Hi, this is David Lindley, and this is KPFK 90.7 Los Angeles.
93.7 in San Diego, and 99.5 Ridgecrest and China Lake, and for the world at kpfk.org.
What's going on? What's crack-a-lackin', my peoples? My peoples, how you doing? I'm Jerry Quickley, and this is happening. Today, we are going to be coming to you with National Native News and Workers Independent News, and we're also going to be talking about the failures of U.S. press corps when it comes to the Trump administration, and truly some of the outrageous statements made by the Trump administration. They're treating folks who are journalists as though journalists sell candy that gives kids cancer. Like they know they're selling kids. It's this horrible, and they're literally talking about folks that, in some cases, have worked in conflict zones, have been shot at, have been blown up, have risked their lives, and risked making their children motherless or fatherless in an effort to gain information for their listening public or their reading public, and that information wouldn't get out into the world if that journalist wasn't present. How is it that you can go in ham on an entire industry for doing its job? That's the focus of today's This Is Happening. All that and more. We're going to be taking your calls this hour. What's going on? What's crack-a-lackin', my peoples? Welcome back to the show. I'm Jerry Quickley, and this is happening. Taking your calls here. What do you think of the White House's behavior towards reporters? Is the Trump administration's issue that they take on a daily basis with reporters, is that legit? Are reporters, are we like lawyers? Are we just all scum? We're just like rich lawyers, basically, journalists. We're rich scum. Anything that happens to us, we deserve. And any bad things ever said about us is true. I don't feel that way about Amy Goodman. I don't feel that way about a number of journalists that I know personally and that I work with. And I find this administration's attempt to portray the entire industry, the entire community, and the entire necessary element of civil society known as journalism as being fake, broken, or somehow not being deferent enough to Trump. And in this clip we're going to play, you get to hear him harass. Literally, you're hearing, and it's rated so you can't see the clip because you can actually, that's just so disgusting. In this clip, you get to hear Trump actually sexually harass an Irish reporter on CNN. This is where we are. This is not sarcasm. This clip I'm going to play hasn't been edited together in any way, shape, or form. This is pulled directly from a meeting in Trump's office where he sees a woman that he believes in his tiny little brain, this person, she's a woman, and she's not here to do her job as a journalist. She's here to service me aesthetically. Hey, you, where are you from? Come over here. Oh, my God, this is so disgusting. Let's give a listen to Masher-in-Chief.
Because a little thing happened on the way to the Oval Office yesterday. It was a strange moment when reporters went to the Oval Office. Here's the president. He is on the phone with Ireland's new prime minister, and something seemed to catch his eye. Watch this.
Well, we have a lot of your Irish press watching us. They're just now leaving the room. And where are you from? Go ahead. Come here. Where are you from? Should we have all of this beautiful Irish press? Where are you from?
I'm from RTE News. Katrina Perry here.
Katrina Perry. She has a nice smile on her face, so I bet she treats you well.
How disgusting can you be?
The reporter is Katrina Perry. She is the U.S. Bureau Chief of RTE News. She later described the encounter as bizarre. Simone, you get first crack at it. How would you describe it?
Let me tell you something. I would describe this as how Donald Trump always acts when there are women in the room. It was condescending. It was just creepy. Why is the President of the United States picking out reporters who just happen to be aesthetically pleasing and calling them over and telling them they've got a nice smile? It's just absolutely disgusting.
Anna, awkward or kind?
Okay, I got so many issues with Donald Trump, starting with his lying ways.
that the fact he ogles at women, I've kind of, come to just accept as it is what it is. This is a guy who ran beauty pageants. He likes women. This is the way he acts. He's a 70-year-old guy. Do I give him a pass for it? No. But out of the litany of issues that I think he's doing that is a non-presidential way, this to me goes on the bottom of the totem pole.
Kars, one final word on this.
The president has incredible charm and naturalness.
This is Nan Hayworth.
Just Donald Trump being President Trump, and also the kind of guy who will notice when someone has a lovely smile. I don't think there's any harm to it. I think it is another way of bringing the world to a level of grace and reality in some ways.
Put the quad box back up.
Oh, yeah.
Put the quad box back up. I get final word. You all have very nice smiles today. I'm just going to leave it there.
Never forget, the president grabbed vaginas and he talked about it.
I get last word.
Yeah. So he's just so charming that when a woman spends her life, living up, growing, going to college, learning to be a journalist, and spends 10 or 20 years working as a journalist, the first thing she thinks of while doing her job in the Oval Office is, I hope the president finds me attractive enough to call me across the room and ask me where I'm from. How effing disgusting can you be? Take your calls here at 818-985-5735. By the way, the person who was defending President Trump there, those panelists, the person defending Trump was Nan Hayworth, former Congresswoman, and you also heard from Simone Sanders, former press secretary from Bernie Sanders, there saying how truly disgusting this is. That was a CNN panel, and the clip, however, that they were speaking about came directly out of the Oval Office as Donald Trump sexually harassed a reporter from Ireland. It just could not be more disgusting. Taking your calls here at 818-985-5735, 818-985-KPFK. Next up, we're talking to Faisal calling from Diamond Bar on line 4. Faisal, welcome to the show. What's the dealio? What'd you think of that clip?
Yeah, Jerry, it's a sad state of affairs, but a leader represents his people, or the people. We are the people who elected this guy, so it's a sorry state of affairs.
Right, we get the leader we deserve.
Yeah, we should be ashamed as Americans and how we elect people like him, and time again, over and over again, like insane people, we keep electing Republicans. So, Robert Bly says that this is a orphan society in his book, Sibling Society. We're a bunch of kids. And this guy, Trump, is obviously acting like a kid. But, with media, yes, in general, we can say that the media is there to dumb us down. But there are plenty of good journalists, too. There's
absolutely.
Good outlets, too.
Faisal,
what he's saying is, when he says, I like your smile, he's saying, I like your ass, is what he's saying.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That is what he's saying. Effectively, that is what he's saying.
And David K. Johnson, he was on Democracy Now! And so on, wrote about the Trump family, that his father was a pimp, made his money from prostitution. So he's been well-trained. We were talking about, coming from good families. This guy's been well-trained to look at women as prostitutes. Every woman is for sale. Every man is for sale. He looks at human beings as, I own your ass.
Yeah.
That's his attitude. That's his context.
I think you're also honest when you say that Trump is childlike and Republicans, anyone, you don't have to be a Republican, you be a Democrat, you be a Republican, doesn't matter what political party you're on. If your worldview is such that it's unsustainable, it's unsupportable by science, and both of which mean your worldview can't continue for very long because it's not supported by science and it's not sustainable. And Americans, particularly on the right, act like spoiled kids when their worldview is proven to be unsustainable or not supported by science. They think if they throw a big enough tantrum that they can, I don't know, get more people to believe with them or change the rules of science. Just because you want your guy to be a great leader, and in fact, he's a racist, offensive, stupid oaf who has never done an honest day's work in his life. Just because you want him to be a great man doesn't mean that he is, can, or will be a great man. Faisal, thanks for the call. I appreciate hearing from you, buddy. And I hope you go on SoundCloud and check us out. All the shows are up there. That's it, y'all. Till tomorrow. I'm out.
Hi, this is David Lindley, and this is KPFK 90.7 Los Angeles, 98.7 in Santa Barbara, 93.7 in San Diego, and 99.5 in Ridgecrest, China Lake. Heard worldwide at kpfk.org.
Become a member of KPFK today. Log on to kpfk.org and click on the Support KPFK banner. We thank you for your continued support.